Okay, let's dive right into one of the most influential and honestly one of the most mind-bending science fiction stories ever told. We're going to break down the huge ideas packed into the first part of Arthur C. Clarke's novel 2001: A Space Odyssey and really get to the heart of the cosmic mystery it kicks off. Right from the get-go, the story just throws us into the deep end. It's all about setting this immense cosmic scale. Clarke doesn't start with just one character. Nope. He starts with all of humanity, past and present. It's his way of reminding us that our little moment in time is just a tiny, tiny sliver of a much, much bigger story. A really powerful way to frame everything that's about to happen. So with that huge scale in our minds, we jump forward to the future of 2001. Something is happening on the moon. Something so important that it demands an urgent, top-secret mission and a total blackout on all information. And the level of deception here is just immense. The official story they cook up is a sudden epidemic at the main U.S. lunar base, Clavius. But it's all a carefully crafted lie, a cover story designed to keep the world from panicking while they rush Dr. Haywood Floyd to the scene. The secrecy is absolute. Even his best friends have no idea what he's really doing. So what on Earth, or on the moon, could possibly justify such a massive cover-up? Well, the answer lies in a very strange discovery. A discovery known only by this cryptic name, TMA-1. TMA-1. It stands for Tycho Magnetic Anomaly 1. You see, during a magnetic survey of the moon, scientists found this disturbance. In the crater Tycho, there was a magnetic field so powerful and so focused that it just defied any natural explanation. It wasn't a rare rock or a buried meteorite. It was something artificial, something someone buried deep under the moon dust. And when they finally dug down to the source, this is what they found: a perfectly machined jet-black slab. It just didn't belong. It stood there in this stark, silent contrast to the rough, gray, natural lunar landscape. It was clearly, unmistakably, an artifact, an alien artifact. And right here, this is where the mystery really goes off the charts. Geologists dated the rock layers around the monolith, and what they found was just staggering. This thing wasn't put there recently. It had been deliberately buried 3 million years ago, long, long before human beings even existed. So to figure out the purpose of this thing, Clarke yanks us way back in time, 3 million years back, all the way to the dawn of humanity on a prehistoric Earth. Here we meet our distant ancestors, the man-apes. And they are on the absolute brink of extinction. I mean, imagine being surrounded by herds of animals, an endless source of food, but being completely unable to access it. They were foragers, slowly being outcompeted and hunted into oblivion. We see this whole desperate struggle through the eyes of one of them, a leader named Moonwatcher. His life and the life of his small tribe is just this brutal, constant cycle of fear and hunger. They have no tools, no weapons, no concept of a future beyond just trying to survive the next night without being eaten by a leopard. And then, right when it looks like their species is about to just flicker out and die, something arrives, a visitor that is going to change their world and the entire future of the planet forever. One morning, they wake up, and there it is, a monolith, identical in shape to the one they'll find on the moon millions of years later. To the man-apes, it's just a new rock. You can't eat it, it doesn't attack you, it's just there. But this thing is not passive. It's here to watch, to evaluate, and to teach. So the monolith begins this very deliberate, very patient process of education. It uses these hypnotic rhythms of light and sound to basically bypass their animal instincts and talk directly to their minds. It's analyzing them, testing them, and then, and this is the crucial part, it starts implanting new ideas, concepts they could never, ever have come up with on their own. And this is the key takeaway, right? This outside help completely rewrote their destiny. It wasn't just a little nudge, it fundamentally changed their whole evolutionary path. But look at the change. It didn't teach them art or compassion. It taught them power. It turned them from the hunted into the hunter, from starving to fed, from defenseless to armed. This whole transformation comes down to one single profound moment. Guided by these thoughts that aren't quite his own, Moonwatcher picks up a heavy stone. And for the first time, he doesn't just see a rock. He sees an extension of his arm. He uses it to kill, and in that one act, the concept of a tool and a weapon is born. They are now one and the same thing. And from that one implanted idea, a technological revolution just explodes. The man-apes start to see the entire world differently. The bones of their prey, the stones on the ground. Suddenly, everything is a potential tool for hunting, for fighting, for survival. So now, armed with these new tools, they're not starving anymore. That's good. But they are also not innocent anymore. They hunt down and kill the leopard that used to terrorize them. And in the first murder, they use their bone clubs to kill a rival and drive his tribe away from the waterhole. Moonwatcher's tribe is now the master of its world, and humanity has taken its first violent step towards the stars. Okay, now let's hit the fast-forward button and jump all the way back to the moon, 3 million years later, where the past and the present are about to collide in a huge way. This timeline really puts it all in perspective, doesn't it? You have the first intervention, then this immense stretch of time where humanity is shaped by the very tools it created, and now the second encounter. Man, the ultimate toolmaker, has finally built the tools to leave his cradle and reach the moon. So picture the scene. Dr. Floyd and his team are standing there in the excavation pit, just staring at this impossible object. And at that exact moment, the sun starts to rise over the lunar horizon, and for the first time in 3 million years, sunlight strikes the monolith's impossibly black surface. And the instant that sunlight hits it, the monolith wakes up. It lets out this deafening, piercing electronic shriek, a radio signal so powerful it completely overwhelms the communicators in their helmets. And just like that, its true purpose is revealed. The monolith was never a monument or a tombstone. It was a tripwire, a cosmic alarm clock buried on the moon, set to go off if and only if the creatures it had kick-started so long ago finally figured out how to get off their home planet. That signal, that powerful blast of energy, isn't aimed at Earth. It's pointed out deep into the stars. The experiment is over. The alarm has sounded. Humanity's childhood has officially ended. And it leaves us with the biggest question of all. The teacher has sent in its report card, but who exactly is listening?